Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome to a new episode of Words of Wellness. I'm your host, Yassir Al-Manawi, a clinical therapist. Today, we are going to be discussing an issue that actually brings us all, makes us feel good about ourselves, brings us out of sadness or depression. This issue is very simple. It's an action that we're supposed to do. It's very simple, and we could all do it. I don't know if we do it or not, but we need to mention it. The reason I'm talking about this is because I am a firm believer that I was taught a long time ago, never underestimate the value of stating the obvious. Never underestimate the value of stating the obvious. So there could be something obvious for everybody, but we're going to still talk about it. And this is actually putting your good clothes on, or putting your perfume on, or your cologne on. So we have a verse from the Quran that we're going to read, and then we're going to get right back into the discussion. Surah Al-A'raf, ayah number 31. And that's how the translation goes. O children of Adam, take your adornment at every masjid, and eat and drink, but be not excessive. Indeed, He likes not those who commit excess. So, take your adornment to every masjid. You know, that means like, I have a very important meeting. I have an appointment. I am going somewhere that I want to be my best. I want to look my best, and I want to feel my best. So what do? I take my adornment to every masjid. Okay? That's what we need to do in our lives. I'm not talking about you do it, overdo it, because it states here, do not be excessive. You have to do it in moderation. In moderation means in my daily life, because if I do this on a daily basis, or to the masjid, I'll do it in my daily basis, and this will be a habit on my daily life. What are the benefits of doing that? A lot of times, if somebody is depressed or feeling sad, they don't feel like they want to shave. They don't feel like they want to put good clothes on. They don't want to feel like they want to put cologne on. They just want to sit there, do nothing, and contemplate and feel sorry for themselves. That's a form of depression. So how do we get out of that? Simply, in the treatment of depression, we usually say baby steps. You have to take it step by step. You do small things that will take you from point A to point B. Point A to point B, what we're talking about is your emotional state, how you feel internally. So if I feel so down that I can't get up, what do? I do something small, and something else small, and something else small. Before I know it, I'm already up here. I'm not all the way down there. These small things, it consists of taking care of oneself, their appearance, their hygiene, the way they dress, the way they look, the way they, like the perfume and stuff. It could actually change your senses, because it could give you a sense of happiness. So that's something that we have to do. Another thing that I want to add to that is just going out and out of the house and going to the masjid is actually urging me or giving me a reason to move, not to stay in the house all day. So I'm going to go out, I'm going to move, I'm not going to be thinking about the negative thoughts that's in my head. I'm going to be involved with something else. So that in itself is therapeutic. Walking is therapeutic. So you see, little things that we have is the treatment, is the actual treatment for something that could be huge, like depression or sadness or grief. You have somebody like grieving. I had this happened once that a female was grieving her husband. He passed away and she was grieving him, and she ended up just totally giving up on life. Why? Because he passed away. Her elements were three things. It was, he passed away, I feel lonely. He passed away, nobody else I will never be able to get married again. He passed away, there is nothing fun in life anymore. So you see, these are the negative thoughts. And just by going out and talking about it to other people is actually going to alleviate this pressure. It is going to alleviate all this negativeness or negativeness in her life. So what do? Take your adornment to the masjid. It's simply a simple way to get somebody out. So as we usually say in treatment, or as we always say in treatment, the best way for treatment is what? Prevention. Meaning that if I really don't want this to happen to me, I need to prevent it. How do I prevent it? By following the rules that are set for my life. So the rules are clear, and that's what we do. We get somebody back into the rules that we're supposed to go with. Except in treatment, it's a little bit harder. Why? Because you already went down and you need to go back up. When you're down and you're going back up, it's a difficult upheaval road. But if you're up and you're preventing it from happening, then it's easy. It's you gliding. You're on your way. So let's talk a little bit about excessive. Doing things to excess. Anything that we do in life. If we go overboard by it, if we go overboard doing it, that leads to a lot of illnesses. It leads to a lot of unwanted attachment to things, to anything. And if you really want to know the balance in psychology, the balance in psychology is moderation. Moderation in everything. And that's what we talk about all the time. Do everything in your life, but do it moderately. There are certain things that you are prohibited to do in your life. And this, I am not only talking about religiously or spiritually. No, I'm talking about there are certain things that you are prohibited to do in your life. Why? Because it's harmful to you. For instance, killing somebody for no reason. Are you supposed to do that? No. Why? Because you're going to get into a lot of trouble. Not only legally, but a lot of trouble emotionally. Your conscience will not accept that. And so on and so forth. We can go on and talk about eating, drinking, playing, working, anything. Do things moderately, okay? So please find out about what makes you feel good and start to take baby steps. If you feel sad or if you feel depressed, take baby steps to get out of it, like what we talked about today. With these words, I'll leave you for today, and we'll meet again in a different episode, inshaAllah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.